Okay, so we are playing some Dungeon Crawl Classics tonight. We're actually using the Phantasmagoria supplements that Chance Phillips put out. It's two zines, kind of sword and planet funness, and I'm using an adventure from Tim Shorts, kind of modified to work with that. I have a player, Crystal. She's going to be playing one of the character classes from this zine, and we've been she's been traveling. Maybe they, I don't know, we'll find out in a second, have been traveling and with a certain space crew up until recently, who, for whatever reason, decided to maybe let you off the ship a little earlier. So you've been on this planet now for a few days, kind of wandering around looking for something to do. You were hoping to find some kind of, civilization or something, but this seems very, very barren. And as we're kind of coming on your third day or so, you are you come across kind of a hill, a mound, we'll call it, with a big rusty door kind of set into it. So, Chris, go ahead and introduce your character and let us know what the hell you're doing here.
I'm playing Hal. Hal was originally aboard a vessel. But Dave wanted to do things that the company who programmed Hal would not let him do. So after a rather large dispute, Dave finally managed to get Hal to get inside one of the escape pods, and so Hal. After floating through space for, who knows how long, he shut down his systems. When his systems were rebooted, he had crash landed onto this planet. So now Hal is basically wandering around trying to find a way off this planet to report back to his superiors.
Excellent. So, as I say, you've been traveling around. This is basically a wilderness that you crashed into, and there are trees and bushes, so it's like a forest basically. You've seen some small animals, some maybe as large as a deer, but nothing much bigger. Mostly some birds. The oxygen level and everything on this planet would be fine for, not that it's any concern of you, would be fine for like human. Civilization. You've seen water. You've seen basically the things that you would think you'd find on a occupied planet, but you've yet to find any people. So, like I said, you're kind of wandering. You come into kind of a clearing-ish area, and you can look out in front of you, and you're seeing these like various hills building up, kind of foothills, if you will, towards a mountain range, and one that's pretty close to you, maybe within like quarter of a mile or less, you actually see what appears to be a door in the side of the hill. Kind of, it's got stone framing it, and set into the center of the stone is an iron door, though it is quite rusted, or it's metal at least. You assume it's iron because it's rusted.
Yeah, Hal looks at it and says, construction of man. Perhaps this means that there are more humans around. I shall conduct a search of this area. And he will make his way over towards the iron door.
Okay. So you approach the iron door, which again is pretty rusted. It actually isn't fit with any kind of a standard kind of, which we would consider to be some kind of a lock or anything. It just has a giant handle in it. And you notice as you're kind of looking around the exterior of it that you think that this was probably buried at one point, kind of like the wind. If you're kind of sensing the direction of the winds and stuff, and you think that this whole doorway, entryway area at one point was underground, because you can actually see like dirt kind of packed in around the edge of the doors and stuff. But the door itself is rusted, and it is marked with strange language or symbols that you don't necessarily recognize.
All right. Symbols I don't recognize. Okay. I'm guessing I can't do any kind of check on that.
Yeah, you could roll an intelligence check, but it's going to be a DC 15. So unless you well, you have that 12, right? That you can roll because you're jack of all trades, but
Uh,
just to roll really high.
let's see. It says,
Oh, and you can add your luck modifier.
yeah, I roll a d12 instead of a d10. Yes, and I could add my luck. So
Yeah, and I believe that it says here that the automations add their luck modifier when checks that they are trained in. So you're not trained in this though. So
okay,
you use
luck
D12.
is a +0 anyway, so it doesn't help me.
Yeah. So I was gonna say only. Well, okay. So unless you have a high int or you want to burn luck, you're gonna have to. It's not gonna be possible
Yeah, no.
because
I
you'll
don't,
need DC 15.
I don't have a high enough in it. Only got a 9 in it, so +0 in it. Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, he'll just reach out with his hand then and grab the handle and attempt to yank the door open.
Okay, sure. I mean, you have above average strength, I'm assuming. So
I have a +1 to strength.
okay, that's fine. So yeah, it takes several pulls, and as you do pull the door open towards you, dirt comes from the cracks around it, above it, and below it. You're pulling it out, which kind of confirms maybe what you were thinking, that this thing might have been buried at one point. But takes you several good pulls. But once you finally pull the thing open, you can see a set of stairs going down into the darkness. They are made out of stone, fine cut stone, so it looks like higher civilization. This isn't a cave or anything. It's definitely more like a built out tunnel, and it goes down maybe 20 feet or so, and you can see at the bottom, just with the light that's kind of flickering in. You can see there's another door down there. This door, though, looks like it's also made of iron. It does not look rusted at all. It looks like it's perfectly in good condition.
Okay, and how dark is it?
I mean, it's underground. There is light coming in because it's daytime, so it's going in your down set of stairs, but it's dim. I mean, you can see down there, but you would imagine that unless there's lights on the other side of that door, that you will be in darkness if you went through it.
Okay. So could I have like a flashlight or something? I didn't write down
Yeah, I mean, you could have some kind of light built into yourself. You could have a separate flashlight.
Yeah, I didn't get to write down my equipment, but I mean, I would assume I'd have some of the normal stuff, like maybe a.
Yeah, I mean, since you came down in an escape pod, you probably had kind of standard, like a light, some rope.
Yeah, like an adventure kit or something.
Yeah,
survival kit, basically.
Yeah, so you got some kind of knife or cooking, something to light a fire with. You've got probably some kind of a tent, whether or not you need to cook that or not. Yeah, whatever you'd find a survival type kit. I mean, you don't have a 10-foot pole or iron spikes because that would be maybe spikes. In any case, you could
maybe nail the tent in, but yeah, I mean, I'll try and keep it reasonable. So he'll turn the flashlight on and set it into a shoulder socket or something, and begin to make his way down to this other iron door.
Okay. Yeah, so you flip the flashlight on and the beam, sends its, the beam goes down to the bottom and hits this door, which is, it's made of metal, dull metal, so it doesn't shine back like a mirror, but you can see in the air, the dust floating in here, probably from just the force of pulling the door open. You kind of ruffled it up, and you look up maybe on the ground, you can see the stairs kind of have a thin layer of dust as you get down, past the first 10 feet or so. At the top, it's got dirt on it because you pulled the door open. And you make your way down. It's very, you're not surprised that the tunnel itself or the stairway itself is built just as nice as the top part was. It's very well constructed. And when you get to the bottom, like I said, there's a matching door that you already saw there. It looks exactly the same. You would even say, even though you're not studied in them, that what's written on this door or marked on this door looks to be exactly what's on the other door. So it repeats itself.
How thick is this door?
What?
How thick is it?
Oh, well, if you haven't opened it, you don't know, but based on the other door, about an inch and a half.
Okay. How's going to try anyway? He's going to put his listening sensor up towards the door. See if he can hear anything on the other side.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can go ahead and roll a d20, plus I guess int or
Roll a d20 plus what?
plus your int or your luck or both. Try to get a 10 or better.
Okay. I have no int and no luck, so a 5.
Story of my life. It's you're listening for a bit. It's unclear whether there's just no sound or the door is too thick because you hear nothing.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Hal will go ahead and he'll proceed to open the door.
Okay, yeah. So you pull the door open. This one is heavy, like the other one, but it is on would appear to be maybe well-oiled hinges or very, very well constructed. It pulls towards you, making no sound at all, and there's no dirt or whatever that falls through here. As soon as you open, you can see directly in front of you. There's a wall, like just 10 feet out, so you realize it's a hallway. And you kind of poke your head and look back and forth. To your left, the hall goes down about 40 feet. And there's a door that's on the same side of the wall that you're coming from. So, it's like you see the door over your shoulder. Also leaning on the wall, not quite opposite that door, but almost to the door, is what looks like kind of almost like a sledgehammer. It has almost like a soft glow to it. The entire thing almost like a phosphorescent glow, so you can kind of make it out even without the flashlight, probably. And when you look to your right, the hallway is just about as long. And again, there's a door that's on the same wall that you came in. So essentially, you're looking out this way, and there's a hallway that goes each way. In both cases, there's doors that go kind of back behind you, if you will.
Interesting.
And now that you've opened that, you actually hear from the right-hand side, you can hear a kind of a soft... and I say soft in the sense that it's muted, like because the door between you and it, kind of a banging of metal against metal, almost like what you would probably think of it being, in your past and what you are and where you're from. You might think of it as some kind of machine or something going, because you hear like ding, 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 like metal parts hitting each other. And that's to the right. To the left, you don't hear anything. You just see the hammer.
Well, then I must be the engine room, perhaps powering this place. No real reason anyone would be over there unless there was some kind of malfunctions. So Hal decides that the best course of action is to head to the left. He's going to leave the sledgehammer alone because it's not his, and
Okay, sure.
Eat it.
Yes, you start walking up the corridor to the left, and you pass by the sledgehammer. When you do, go ahead and roll a d20. Get 10 or better.
4.
Okay, no, so you don't notice it. You feel a sudden shock. Make a fortitude save, a DC 15 fort save.
Okay. Fortitude plus 3 because I'm plus 3 like gives me directly 15, lands directly on.
Perfect. Okay, so you get zapped, but you're gonna take half damage, so it's 9. So half of that will be 4. You feel an electrical shock come from your left hand side, so the side opposite the hammer, and it kind of shoots through your body, almost like you conducted it as you walked past or whatever, and you jump. Making the save, you kind of move quickly and you kind of get off that spot. You turn back. What you can see is on the wall, directly across from the hammer. You see basically like a tiny, tiny slice of light that seems to be actually maybe what's making the hammer itself glow. And when you passed by or through the beam of it, it shocked you.
Why would someone trap their entrance? Makes no sense, Hal says. Do they not like automatons here? Trying to freeze me up, perhaps? Well, we'll show them a thing or two. And he'll continue to the door.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, since you regenerate, I'm going to keep track of time more precisely. That way we know. So every hour you regenerate one. So that's 6 turns. All right, good. I'll keep track of that so we know. All right, so you head up to the door. This door looks very similar to the door that you came through already. It's iron. It has, again, very similar writing. At this point, you're probably putting together that this writing either is the name of the station or possibly some kind of a call sign or something like that, because you're seeing the same thing on every door. And again, this is just a similar iron door, nice and clean, not shiny, not rusted, but just kind of there. And it pulls towards you if you want.
He'll try and listen real quick, just see if he hears anything.
Okay, you can roll for that. D20.
11.
All right, yeah. So you hear what sounds like dripping, and it seems like it's pretty close to the door.
I must have forgot to. They might have a leaky pipe. Hal is going to knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom.
When you knock on the door, you realize that the door seems much thinner than the other doors when you hit on it, and it does echo. Make a luck check. So roll d20 under your luck.
I rolled a 7, and my luck is a 12.
Okay, yes. You actually hear, kind of in the echo of the knock, you actually hear some movement inside there. Like you hear like shuffling, but nobody answers.
I am Hal, Unit 2159M. I have been stranded on this island. Please respond.
You wait an appropriate amount of time, but there's no answer.
Since you have not responded, I shall open the door and make my way in. And he will open the door and make his way in.
Okay. Yes, you grab the door handle and pull it towards you, and when you pull it open, you actually hear like crumbling, and as you notice immediately as soon as you pull the door open that the inside of the door, the side away from you, is, while the outside looked completely fine, is completely rusted out and wet, and you can kind of see water on the floor in front of you. And you look into this room, which is, let's see, it's about 30 foot deep by about 20 foot wide. And you can see at the far end, your flashlight. So your flashlight zooms down, and you see a man. He's kind of short, and he's huddled down low like this, and he's wearing what appears to be some kind of ancient armor. He's got a helmet, on, but it's kind of rusted, and the plates of his armor are kind of half fallen off, and he's holding in his hand an axe, and he kind of looks up at you, and you can see these like bones seem to be protruding from his face in several different places, and also on his hands, and his eyes glow with the red glow. And let's roll initiative because he does not look happy.
Okay.
So that's a d6.
Is a d20 in the system?
D6 plus your reflex for agility, I guess it's called. He's fast.
I rolled a 5, and my initiative bonus is 0.
Okay, he's going first, and you got a 6. Okay, he looks at you.
I think it's a 0 anyway.
Well, it'd be your agility, unless you have...
No, my agility is a 0, so I don't know if I have my reflex or anything else.
No, it's not your reflex save, it'd be your agility. I'm sorry, I said reflex.
Okay.
So he looks at you, and he opens his mouth really like wide, and you can see like actually flies kind of come out of his mouth, and his teeth are jagged, and he lets out a hideous scream, um, which has the excellent name of the Scream of the Damned. So go ahead and make a a fortitude save, a DC 15 fortitude save.
No, I do not make that.
Okay. If you can, you may want to burn luck because if not, you will be paralyzed.
I mean, I rolled a 2. So I made a 5.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right.
So.
All right. So roll a d6.
Okay. 4.
Okay, that's how many rounds you're paralyzed. So he leaps forward. He's going to just hammer at you for 4 rounds while you're sitting there. Okay. Since you are incapacitated, he gets a d24. Let's see what he does as he hacks away at. He's pretty hideous looking. You notice that these things look like they're growths, but they're bone coming out of them. Okay, he misses terribly with the first shot though, probably because he's so excited to have got to you with the 3 on the die. Second, Jesus, this die does not stop. Second shot is a 9 plus 3 is 12.
That's just enough to hit me.
Okay, so you get whacked with the axe, which is a d8 plus 1. So you take 6 points from that.
Ow.
He swings at you again. He's like, he's oh, geez. Okay. All right, well, that definitely hits. That's 13 plus blah, blah. Okay, 6. Oh, God. 9 points. He's chopping away at you viciously, and he takes the last hit. Because he doesn't know, and then a 10 plus, okay, that hits you as well. Okay. That one does only 3 points. So now,
I'm at half my health.
yeah, I guess, so that was, I guess it's just going to be your turn. So it doesn't, I'm not going to make it be a fresh round and he gets to go again. That wouldn't be fair. So he doesn't know when you're stopping. I mean, he doesn't know that when you're going to stop being paralyzed, so he just keeps hacking at you. And you're kind of frozen, and your muscles or computer parts or whatever kick back in, and you can make a move at this point. He's right in front of you.
Yeah. So my systems reboot, and I say, I'm not authorized to defend myself, and I will attempt to punch him with my shocking fist.
Nice.
With my taser fist. Oh, and that's a 14 to hit.
You smack him with the taser fist, but I guess you're just freshly booting up, so you hit him, but no electricity shoots through it for whatever reason, so it does no damage on him. Because you're not incapacitated anymore, so he's going to drop out that d20, and he does, like, he stumbles back a bit now, seeing that you're moving, and he looks like he's about to scream again, but he's feeling pretty confident because he was beating the crap out of you, so he's just going to swing at you again with the axe. With a 9, which we know hit last time, 9 plus 2 is 12. Oof. 9 points. Gets a solid hit out of you, and it's back to your turn. By the way, you notice that parts of his flesh are falling off as well. You've never seen anything like this before.
No, all right. I mean, shit. If I run away, does he get an opportunity attack?
You'll get 1 attack if you run away because he's engaged with you.
And then he can chase me, right?
Well, he could, yeah. I mean,
okay. Well, you know what? I mean, I'm at 13 points of health, so I'm gonna run away.
okay. All right, he's gonna take a swing. Again, a vicious swing with the axe. Oh my god! You rolled an 18.
Great.
I don't think he can kill you. Actually. 4 points.
Okay.
He swings at you. You run. I mean, you're running, so he swings at you. Where are you going?
Okay, so what I would like to do, what I would like to do if you can,
Yeah.
Did those doors, did they open towards me? Or did that pull?
This door you pulled towards you. The door that, yeah, they all opened towards you, meaning that this door, when you came in this room, it opened towards you. So you could close it on him if that's what you're asking. The other door opened towards the stairs, so it's open. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to run through it.
Yeah. So all of them I'd have to push close.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, if you're faster than he is, you could get to the, well, your movement is 30, right? Which is pretty much exactly what it would take you to get to the door. So if you are faster than him, which you don't know if you are or not, you could get to the door that you came down with the stairs and try to close that before it gets there. You could try to close this one. If you want to do that, we'll make a contest to see if you can do it before he gets through it. It's up to you. But then you're not running if you do that. You close the door.
Yeah. Well, what I would like to do, but all the doors are towards me, so I would like to run back down towards the doors of the stairs, but to grab the hammer on the way, and then jam the hammer between the stairs and the door so he can't open it up. Like use the hammer, so that.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. I mean, he is slightly slower than you. So you make a run, you snag the hammer. You notice that when you grab the hammer, well, I guess you know this thing's going to zap you again. So I'm assuming you try to avoid it. So we'll just say you can. You grab the hammer, and it's strange. You have it in your hand, but you can feel the weight of it, but you can't see it. And when you kind of like over your shoulder turn back to see if he's chasing you, you still see the hammer there. And you run to the door, which you can get to this round, and he's 10 feet behind you, and then you go again. So, well, actually, he goes before you. He's going to charge at you. You go through the door, because I think he's going to be able to do that. Because he goes first.
Okay.
All right, let's see. 6 misses. All right. So because he did that, he's not moving, so you can definitely go through the door.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go through the door, and then I'll slam the door closed, and like I said, what Hal will do will, he'll push the hammer so that it's between one of the stairs and like against the door, so that
for sure.
Open it like it'll hit that stair.
Yeah, so you do that. You put the hammer down on the ground, and we'll see. But make a luck check to see if it's long enough to keep the door all open.
11 under 12.
Okay, yeah. So it's long enough. Either it's a little bit too long and you have it up on the second stair or whatever, but you get it in there. Again, you're feeling around. You're doing it just out of instinct. When you look, it's not there. It's invisible. You can feel it, but it's invisible. And the door is shut, and he's hacking at it or trying to hack at it with his axe. You can hear him banging desperately at the door.
All right. Now we'll sit down.
For like 24 hours.
I need at least a small break because.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, there's no reason for you not
at
to.
At least I got nanobots. I heal every hour. So.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely can sit there and do that. You don't. This thing's hacking at the door. So what we'll do is, let's say an hour goes. I'll let you roll. Do an hour goes by, and you can heal your D6.
Okay. 2 points.
Okay. And then you'll make a luck check to see if he gets to the door.
6.
Okay, it doesn't. All right, so if you want to keep sitting there, you can. So essentially, every time you roll to heal, you're also going to make a luck check, and if you fail, then you'll get through the door.
Yeah, I mean, I also eventually have to sleep and stuff, so. Also, anything could come through that other door as well. I mean, he's still there after an hour?
Yep, and he has tirelessly been banging at it.
Wow. Okay, Hal's just going to go up to the other door, and he's going to shut that door as well.
The one at the top?
Yep.
Okay.
Turn off his flashlight and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go find another human settlement. This one's obviously too dangerous. Hey, it's a short game, but I'm going to live, damn it.
No, it's funny. I just, because when you were like, can I play one character? I'm like, whew. This is one reason not to, I guess.
Yeah, but see, if I'd played two characters, one of my characters would have died here, and I would have just done the same thing with the other one.
Well,
Like,
maybe, or they might have dragged him out in the hallway, or there's a lot of things that could happen. I guess he also won initiative, which was kind of shitty. Yeah, so it actually went totally against you. By the way, you probably would have killed him in one hit, or maybe two at the most. He has like almost no hit points, but he has really good AC.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, being that you're a robot, an automation, not automation. What is it?
Automaton.
An automaton. You can very easily just find another spot. You send it a tree or whatever that seems safe, and you heal up, and maybe we'll have the continuing story of hell as you wander into another dungeon in the future.
Sounds good to me.
Wow, that's too funny. But you may have beat Young. No. Yes, your game was shorter than Young's. But you didn't die. So,
but I didn't die. So
That's right. You successfully got out, but you didn't. Yeah, so he's basically just, if you're wondering, they might have all figured out, he's undead. That's why he was just going to keep banging on the door. He's got nothing better to do with his life, or life, as it would be. All right, well, thanks, Crystal. That was fun. The automaton character was interesting.
Did you catch where I got his name from, by the way?
Al from 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I like that you did that. That was good. Yeah. Geez, all right. All right. So maybe use them again. Maybe what we'll do is, if you want, whatever. I know you want to play this star. What's it called? The space. The star prince.
Star Prince. Yeah.
But if you feel like playing Hal again, maybe we'll do another.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely play Hal again. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll wander you. I just don't have another adventure, but maybe we'll wander you somewhere else.
Next time you get next adventure you get, we'll have him wander across the planet looking for human settlements until eventually he dies or finds a way off the planet.
It's basically like a 1970s television series. Like each episode, you try to go to a different settlement until they throw you out.
This was a very short pilot.
Very short. All right. That was fun, though. I mean, whatever. Actually, since you only got in one room, I'm not going to reveal the rest of it, because maybe I'll use the rest of this and just change it.
Yeah.
This was, by the way, an adventure by Tim Shorts called Cold Forge. And again, we're using the Phantasmagoria. And thanks, Crystal, and I will end the broadcast.